on Onia Digital Media. My name is Paul Mensa Marquiso Dalibabu. You can call me Paul Lingua in short. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification button so that whenever we drop new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Well, today we have had to believe news making waves on social media, going viral on social media, and it's a leaked document. A document has surfaced, and this document seems to spell trouble for the former president John Mahama, who is also the flag bearer of the biggest opposition party, the NDC. And you'll be asking, what is this document all about? Well, in case you are in a haste to know what it's all about, grab your seat and get your water, sip and wait while I bring you details of it. Now, there is this document that is making waves on social media, and looking at the document, which actually dated on 27th May 2024. And then also the address of it is the Secretary, Appointment Committee, National Democratic Congress at Debunking. And the heading or the title of the document is Submission of Proposed List of Persons for Ministerial and Key Government Portfolios. So at the end of the letter, it suggests that this is written by John Mahama and then copied to the National Democratic Congress and then the General Secretary of the biggest opposition party. Now, looking at details of the document, some names have popped up, and those names suggested that these people are going to be the ministers that Mahama will appoint, when he wins the 2024 elections. And on the list, you could see that we have the position of Chief Justice as Stan Dogbe, and then number 2 we have Executive Secretary to the President, Joyce Bawa Muktari, and then we have National Security Advisor Kofi Totobi Kwachi. Then we have National Security Coordinator Kolare Bevololati. And then we have Defense, James Agaga. We have Interior, Peter Lanchini Tobu. And then we have Finance, Castle Atoba Forson. Then we have Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. We have Agriculture, Peter Boama Otokono. We have Energy, John Abdullah Jinapo. We have Trade and Industry, Julius Debra. And we have Health, Dr. Edward Omani Boama. Then we have Education, Dominic Akuritinga Ayini. Then we have Lands and Natural Resource, Kwame Awua Dako, yes. And then we have Communication, Samuel Nate George. And we have Roads and Transport, Felix Kwachi Ofosu. We have Youth and Sports, Dr. Randy Abe. Then we have Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Martin Pebu. Then we have Information, Kevin Echo Taylor. And finally, we have Das Gender, Doctors Afotofi. Well, pardon me if the name is not pronounced properly. So these are the list, making waves on social media, purported to be persons that John Mahama will be putting out in the public domain as his minister when he finally wins the 2024 election. Now, away from that, let's look at what this is all about. After taking a cursory look at the list, you will realize that this is not true and it's nothing but just fake news, misinformation, disinformation. Because how can you have Stan Dogbe as the chief of staff when Julius Debra, who has worked as a chief of staff before under President Mahama and then that of Atta Mills, it does not make sense. You get it? So this is nothing but just falsehood, fake. But then whether the NDC has responded to it or not, well, we do not know. But then it will be important or prudent on them to do what? For them to actually respond to this document, because when it comes to fake news, it has a lot of effect. But then we will come to look at that. Now, let's look at what fake news is. Yes, fake news, just as I said, is misinformation, disinformation, and it has effect on individuals, society, and our democratic processes. But then many people do not know that it has this effect. Now, one thing about fake news is that it spreads so quickly, especially on social media, okay? And then also what it does is that people with low media literacy are susceptible to believing fake news, and they go away with that and they spread it. You get it? So these are some of the things that fake news actually poses on us, which many do not know. Now, going forward, let's look at the effect, okay, the major effect of fake news, okay, on the party, that's John Mahama, the NDC, and then also our democracy. You get it? Now, you will realize that the voting base, okay, fake news can influence it, because someone may go away with that kind of falsehood, and voting for the party, the person will tend not to vote for that party again, because the person failed to understand whether it is fake or true. Then away from that, one other thing to fake news does is that the effect it has on our democracy is that it lowers voters' turnout. Definitely this will make many people to do what? Not to turn out, because if they've seen this or they've heard this, okay, and then already knowing that Mama isn't there yet and he has made plans for all these things, trust me, one way or the other, it will affect, the decision that they will take with regards to voting for that party. All right, now let's look at other things, and this also supports extremist views. Yes, it does that, because whoever might have done this or put this out there, okay, it rather supports the persons to champion his agenda, okay. So this is one other thing so that it does. Now, let's look at the effect of it on our democracy. Yes, this manipulates public opinion in favor of a particular political party's agenda. Why? Because if maybe the other side has put this thing out, and then people have seen this, they find it difficult to make a decision as to whether to vote for, the opposition party, or still maintain the ruling party. So these are some of the effects of fake news in our society, but people do not know that it has this effect on even our democracy. Okay, now we do not know whether the NDC side has responded to this or not. In case the NDC fraternity hasn't responded, it will be prudent that they do what? They quickly respond to this, to allay that kind of falsehoods from the minds of the people, and that will benefit them. You get it? So things like this need quick reaction. And in case you chance on a document that also suggests that the NDC has responded to it, make sure that you drop it in our comment section so that we will take a look at it and then put it out there. But then we'll be happy to also hear from you, our cherished viewers. What do you think about this? Drop your comment in the section of this particular video so that we take it from there. You're still live on Onia Digital Media. My name is Paul Mensa Makiso Dalbabo. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We have this and many more coming your way. Have a good day. Bye for now.